want to talk about a concept called reading your knitting. And in a stitch like seed stitch, if you're able to read your knitting, the stitch will go much faster and easier for you. And it's just a good thing to be able to do in all of your knitting, but it'll make a big difference with the seed stitch. And what reading your knitting means is looking at the needle that you're about to work off of. What are those stitches that are on the needle? And in the case of seed stitch, I'm going to go past this first one here because it's harder to see this one at the edge. But you have alternating knits and purls. This one here is a knit, this one is a purl, this one is a knit, this one is a purl. If you have trouble telling if something is a knit or a purl, pull down, pull the work down away from the needle. That will open up the stitch and you'll be able to tell, does it have a little bump right up against the needle? In that case, it's a purl. Does it not have a bump right up against the needle? In that case, it's a knit. Some people think of the knit stitches as looking like a scarf going around the back of someone's neck, and the purl bumps as perhaps if you had the scarf in front of your neck and the ends of it were hanging down in the back. But if you see that sort of V appearance, that is a knit, and if you see that bump appearance, that is a purl. And in the case of using this ability to read your knitting, when you are doing the seed stitch, if you see a purl on your left-hand needle, you work a knit. If you see a knit on your left-hand needle, you work a purl. And so you wouldn't have to be saying to yourself, knit, purl, or do any counting. You would just depend on your eyes and your ability to discern knits from purls. And when you see a knit, you make a purl. And when you see a purl, you make a knit. And the exception in this pattern are your first and last 3 stitches, which are always knit.